Hey everybody, welcome to the Art of Hunting podcast, episode number 37, where I sit down with Madison and we talk about what it's like to create a business and a career with some non-traditional art products and talk about some of the products that we've launched over the years for the hunt camp or the man cave. So check this one out. We appreciate it, and check us out at ryankirby.com. Welcome to the Art of Hunting podcast, episode 37. And we've kind of been joking around here. We start all of our audio and video stuff with like a clap, people do in video production. And no, I had a weak clap to start us out. So it's
like funny. I wasn't going to say anything till he pointed it out. And I was like, okay, then I'll say something.
I'm not even sure that registered on the audio. Yeah. But no, we're getting professional. Austin's got us a really cool setup today.
This might be permanent.
I think it is.
I like it.
Yeah, so we have a new setup here, and Austin's new, helping us out with video. So if you're on the audio version of podcasts, go check us out on YouTube. And we've been chumming it up over football, products, art, all kinds of stuff.
Funny, we haven't talked about hunting.
We haven't, no. We usually start with football or pop culture.
Yeah.
And since Taylor Swift made it into the NFL, we talk about both.
She wasn't there last night, though, which I knew. Yeah, I knew she wasn't going to be there, though. Yeah. Everybody was like, oh, she's going to be there with her family, introducing to the Kelseys. And I was like, gosh, she's in Argentina. Okay, there's a bug up here, too, that I'm like, bro, chill. You're going to have to chill. But yeah, I knew she was in Argentina.
Yeah.
So I was like, she ain't going to be there. And they even showed Mama Kelsey up there. I don't know who she was talking to. But anyway.
I didn't watch the game. Probably a good thing. It was like 17-3 last time I saw it. And then I just saw they lost this morning.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm a Broncos fan.
Yeah.
Because I jumped ship from the Panthers.
You
so
did.
I was like, okay, I really need the Chiefs to lose. I said, but Ryan's family needs the Chiefs to win.
Yeah.
But then my dad's a Cowboys fan, so he needed the Eagles to lose. And so I was like, it's just a lose-lose. We really needed like an earthquake to swallow up everybody last night. We just needed both teams to lose somehow.
Yep.
I don't need deaths of people. I just need, sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Austin, can you cut that out?
But no, my brother is a VP for the Chiefs and has worked there since he graduated college. He's worked his way up. So, and he got on there when they were awful. This was been, I don't know, 06, something like that. So we've kind of rooted, for them since as they've gotten good and gotten
So you
better,
have a reason to be a Chiefs fan.
Yeah. I was actually a Raiders fan when I was in high school because zero reason why.
Ew.
But do you remember, you might be too young, but the starter jackets, they were starter, then S and a star.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was like the cool thing, is to have a starter jacket, and they were big puffy deals. And they had like four teams. They had the Raiders, they had the Charlotte Hornets basketball team, and they had the Bulls, and maybe a couple others. And I really have no idea. It wasn't like an official license thing, but those were like the four most popular, and all the kids had them. So you had kids that were Charlotte Hornets fans just because they had a starter jacket, and Larry Johnson was there. And then you had kids like me that were a Raiders fan just because I had a jacket.
You're from Illinois, though. Why didn't you do the Bulls?
I don't know.
Makes no sense.
It's like complete child propaganda. I just didn't know any different, So I rooted for the Raiders. And when Bo Jackson was there, so you had Tecmo Bowl, you had Bo Jackson. That was like a brief window where it was like the easiest thing in the world to be a bandwagon Raiders fan.
Well, and do you know the reputation the Raiders fans have?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
I have this vision of Ryan decked out in like face paint, and he's wearing the armor in the crowd, and he's like, yeah.
Nope, just a starter jacket. A 12-year-old kid going into middle school
Aw.
in the winter.
I'm imagining
bundled up in a starter jacket.
I'm imagining little Rhett wearing a starter jacket to school.
They might be coming back in like a retro way.
I'm sure
we'll have to Google it. But
I'm sure they are.
No, you got me now. I gotta Google it. But no, tell the crew why you're a Broncos fan. I like giving you a hard time about this.
I know. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to over-explain this, always as Ryan says, because he's always like, I over-explain things. Why do you too? So I'm from North Carolina, so and I used to live in close to Charlotte, so I was always a Panthers fan. I was all through the Delhomme era and the Cam Newton. I wasn't a big Cam fan, but I really liked like Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, Greg Olsen, and that whole Ron Rivera, that whole thing. And then David Tepper came and bought the team and just destroyed the whole vibe. And he fired Ron Rivera. He did Cam dirty. Luke Kuechly retired out of nowhere, which I think was because all of his buddies were gone. And then Greg Olsen left. And so it was just a whole cleaning house. And then
that's it.
There it is.
It's a vintage Raiders starter jacket. Sorry.
And Cole's a big like Ravens fan. And I mean, I'll watch the Ravens. They have a great team. Lamar's good. He's a good player. I don't like the running back coach Taggart for the Ravens because he used to work at Florida and coach Florida State when I was there doing their video. And so I was like, I'm not going to jump on that bandwagon, even though they're good.
Yeah.
I will watch them and pull for them for Cole. And so I was like, well, I just want to pick a random team. I want it to be a team that nobody hates, nobody really craps on. So I was like, and this is really a woman thing. I was like, but I like horses.
There you go.
I was like, nobody hates the Broncos. I was like,
I bet they did like when Elway was there.
Oh, yeah. Well, they hated him when Peyton was there. Because he was...
That's true, too.
He was so good.
They were good when Peyton was there.
Oh, yeah, and they had Von Miller.
They were very good.
All the Raiders fans hate them because they hate the Broncos.
Yeah.
It's like a big rivalry. I've done my research. I have learned. I'm learning everything. And I'm a big Russell Wilson fan. I've seen Russell Wilson play minor league baseball.
Yeah.
At the Hickory Crawdads. And then...
Didn't know that.
He played for... It was like the Asheville team, I think.
Okay.
When he was trying to do both. But we watched him play baseball. And he's a big Christian. I think he's great. And Ryan's like, he's a goober. And I was like, why? I don't know. But
I don't know the dude. It's easy to judge.
Yeah.
He could be my best buddy one day.
Yeah. He might buy an original.
Right
now.
What's up, Ross?
He might buy an original from you. You never know. Can you paint a Bronco?
I've done quite a bit of work for pro athletes.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
I've done Carson Wentz's dogs.
Oh.
I mean, I say quite a bit of work, but a few. I've had, baseball players and stuff buy work in the past.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you did Carson Wentz's dogs.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Bro, where's he at?
I know.
I think he's gone.
I think so.
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he's probably deer hunting now. I guarantee you he's deer hunting right now.
Oh. I didn't know he's a hunter.
He's a big hunter. They actually have him and his brother have an outdoor show. And I hung out with his brother and their buddy Tater at the Winchester meetings.
Oh.
So, yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah, they're good dudes.
Well, let's transition now into art.
We've gotten around to art and hunting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we wanted to do an episode today that is talked about types of products. And, as my personal background is a little bit unique, and then I've always had, I've had the fine art background that I've just kind of done and picked up on my own. But my degree and the start of my career was with graphic design, marketing, branding, advertising stuff. So I've blended those quite a bit, the design and the art and information and marketing and that into a certain style, a certain product line that is pretty non-traditional for an artist, actually. So we want to talk about that and talk about Black Friday.
Yeah, because it's
happening.
Thanksgiving week and Turkey Day's coming.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw a meme yesterday because it was Monday that was like, it said, I know it's Monday, but the week ends in pie and shopping. You can do this. You can get through it. And I was like, well, this is so true.
It definitely ends in shopping. And, we have, over the years, we've become a retail business a lot. And it's been different for me because, we have to have like an annual budget and forecast things to where our primary sales season is right now. We probably do half of our revenue is in November and December. So that's something that has taken some time to get used to. So people are buying for sure. Like Cyber Monday is our biggest sales day of the year.
Yeah. And it makes sense though.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is my first fall and
you're getting
busy season here
in it.
Yeah. And I'm your customer service people, but everybody's been great.
Yeah,
nobody's been really mean or nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm very thankful for that because I'm a huge people pleaser. So I'm like, whatever you want, just love us, buy our stuff.
Well, even Cassie, because Cassie's done a lot of that stuff too, some of the customer service. She's always like, your audience is so chill. Like we have good people.
I want to be really honest with everybody too. I don't want to be that stupid company or mean people that's like trying to just hide stuff from. I am huge on honesty and transparency. Yeah. So like if we mess up, I'm always like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. This is our fault. Or if we miss a product in somebody's order, it's like, don't worry about it. We'll send it to you right now. Here's a little something extra for your patience. Mm-hmm. And so I have dealt with some horrible customer service, like from Amazon. So I don't want people to feel that way.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, no, how can I help you? I want to help you.
Yep.
And sometimes, people have questions like, I can't order this or I don't know how to order this. I'll just place the order for you. I can do that. It's not hard.
And stuff like that makes a difference now because there's so much AI. There's so much. We've all had bad experiences, but man, you just to get a human on the phone, like an English speaking human, when you're trying to order something, is it's a big deal these days.
And
so we try to do it.
You like instantly relax because, like, I'm going to throw Cole under the bus. He hates calling people and talking on the phone and trying to get somewhere, or like he's had to deal with a few credit card companies and like getting him to call somebody, he gets so worked up and so anxious, but it's stressful because you're like, I have to get this done or I need to figure this out, but I don't know where to go or what to do. So he instantly relaxes when somebody like normal picks up the phone
and knows what is going on. Yeah.
It's like, we don't want your robot. We don't want somebody in Shanghai. Can we like get a normal person? But so for y'all out there, I'm listening. I'm trying to help you.
Mad Dog's here.
It's like the Frasier. I'm Frasier and I'm listening.
What
Do you
is
know
that
Frasier?
from?
Have you seen that show?
You mean the show on TV?
Yeah.
With the little dog and the... Yeah.
Remember that show?
Oh, I didn't remember that part of it, no.
And isn't that what he says? Because he was like a radio host. He's like, I'm Frasier.
I thought he was a therapist.
Yeah, but he had a radio
show.
Because he was a therapist.
Yeah. Didn't know that.
Brian didn't get my reference.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway. Products.
We want to talk about Mad Dog.
What is your first non-traditional product that you can... Is it the paper prints?
Yeah, the paper prints. The way all that started is so there was a kid that was working for me, Austin, right out of App State. He was my first full-time hire, and we were trying to come up with some new stuff because one of the things I've tried to do is like grow and scale our business over the years. And in order to do that, we have to have products and things where I don't have to physically touch everything. Now, I sign everything, I inspect everything, I stamp everything, but as far as like the shipping, the creating, all that kind of stuff, And so we were looking to do some product. We were looking to do a new style of print. And a lot of artists, the way they work is it's originals and it's reproductions of those originals. And that's it. It's very, two-dimensional. Sometimes they'll do some licensing. But I felt like there were some I wanted to provide something new to the atmosphere of Hunt Camp is basically what it was. And something that wasn't just a painting of a deer or a painting of a strutting turkey, something that was kind of new. And so we were at a licensing show in Charlotte here in High Point. And what they do is they have companies that come from all over the world. Like there's dudes from China dressed in suits. It's maybe where all this started. But there's all kinds of home decor, things like that. And I remember seeing it was a big full color print of like butterfly species or something. And I thought, man, that would be cool if we could do something like that for like waterfowl species. So I hired a designer, Cameron, sketched out all the waterfowl. Some people have probably heard this story before, but produced the waterfowl flyways prints. And then I also thought, man, this is a cool concept. I wonder if there's something we could do for deer. What could we do to celebrate deer and deer hunting? And obviously, aging deer has been a big thing recently. So I thought, man, what if we did something on the life cycle of a whitetail, how he grows and changes and matures? And we did the growth and maturity print. So the whitetail and the growth and maturity were the first two paper prints we ever launched.
You mean the waterfowl?
Waterfowl. Yeah. Did I say whitetail?
You said whitetail.
Yeah. So whitetail and the growth and maturity were the first two paper print series we ever launched. And they were really popular. They resonated with people. I had fun creating them and liked them. Cameron did a great job laying them out. And so we just built from there. And so we've built it into a whole series, basically. We've done labs, turkeys, 2 more whitetail prints. And so that was the first one we ever did.
I thought the turkey was for some reason.
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Turkey was number 3. So turkey would have been the spring after the growth and maturity.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I figured the turkey was the very first one. But I learn something new every day.
And the cool thing too is what that has done is it's led to more and more stuff. So once we create that product, for example, I'm looking at some signs over there that we ran in Tractor Supply, and all of that is based on art that we did for the growth and maturity prints. So once that art is created, once that theme is set, it opens us up to produce different products, different signs, licensees. It opens us up for all kinds of stuff.
Like this one. For the scoring.
Yeah, that was one of the cool new things we've got is the Hunting Public apparel line with them.
Yes.
So if you guys are listening on podcast, you can go to the Hunting Public, and we have a line of apparel that we did with them that features whitetail sketches.
And it's on their homepage, huntingpublic.com. I think it's thehuntingpublic.com.
Yep.
And it's the Ryan Kirby line. So yeah, I know a bunch of people want these hoodies and these t-shirts. They keep commenting on them on like Instagram and stuff. So huntingpublic.com.
Here too. Here's another one.
There's another one. There's so many different. It's a lot of the deer sketches. So yeah, this came from when you were doing the scoring. Mm-hmm. The scoring. It's
at the bottom of the antler, the new antler print.
Yeah.
But one thing that I really, really like and is important to me is to partner with companies I like and people that I like. So like a traditional form of it would be an artist would just turn over all their work to an agency or to an agent, and they would just handle all the licensing. What I've really become a fan of is partnering with people and doing some more custom work, some more thoughtful work, and actually helping them market it and helping be involved in it, rather than just turn like a Rolodex of art over and your art just appears everywhere and anywhere. I'd like to know what the product is on. You know, I'd like to have a say in that. I'd like to know what the company stands for that we're working with, because, it's a reflection on me, but I also have pretty high standards too of who we partner with and what kind of product that they're producing. So I like to be involved and partner with people that way.
Yeah, and a good example of that's like Pladra, like what you're wearing right now. But yeah, they are really their quality is great.
Yeah, they're really
on
good.
Their flannels. I love it.
I was going to wear a Hunting Public hoodie, and then you wore that.
Oh, well.
I didn't want to be matchy, so I...
Well, there's 3 different ones. There's 3 different ones.
But I like that one.
Oh,
the same one you're wearing.
I figured. Well, all my other ones were dirty. My 2 other ones were dirty.
That would have been weird for YouTube.
Yeah. That would have been like, oh, they staged that.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah. No, these are so comfortable though. Like I love hoodies and sweatshirts. So these are super I can wear this around the house. I can wear this. I wore the green one out to New River Brewing. And Cole was just like, this isn't fair. It's like, this just isn't fair.
Because he wants one?
Yeah.
He knows where to get it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, just Christmas is coming. But yeah. So.
Well, they're good dudes. I like all of them. And Hayden's done a really good job on their apparel.
Oh, yeah.
So that's one thing that they've got going for them that's good.
They turned out really good. And but yeah, so thehuntingpublic.com, the Ryan Kirby collection, or it's under the deer hunting stuff too, I think. So,
but that's one of the partnerships where I did all like the design and the artwork, and then turn it over to their apparel company, and they can tweak colors and run it on whatever they want. But one thing that we've done as part of running a more non-traditional business and doing new products is we got to do it ourselves a lot, which you've seen and you're a huge part of. When you, like, for example, that Hunting Public stuff, I do the art, and once it leaves here, I don't ever touch a hoodie. They drop ship it from their stuff, and they just pay royalties off of that. But we don't really have to touch it. And a lot of artists, the traditional mode is I just want to go in my studio and rep out paintings, and someone else handles all of that. Yeah. And there's a side to me that definitely enjoys that and the thought of that. But at the same time, if you want to do unique work, you want to do remarkable work that gets people's attention, a lot of times you have to do it yourself. Yeah. And that's what we've chosen to do. And it's much harder, much, much, much harder. Yeah. It requires more. It requires more time, more money, more inventory, more resources, more everything. But that's what we got to do to be successful and to do new work that resonates with people. Yeah.
And I know too, like, a lot of people, like, even these mugs, like, there's different variants of these. So, like, I've got the bear one, which I think is so funny because Ryan doesn't like the bears. Yeah. But it's my favorite.
Big fat bear.
It's got now I think, like, these are in Tractor Supply, and I get questions for these all the time.
Do you?
Is people are like, where can I get this? Especially the dogs, because Tractor Supply is doing the dogs right now. Yeah. I think one's a bloodhound, one's a Brittany, a lab. I think it's just those 3. Yeah. But I've gotten a ton of people asking for those, like, oh, do y'all have those? Where can I find those? And it's like, well, we don't really have any say because Tractor Supply picks these up and chooses where it's displayed. And I wish I could help you, but you could try to call their customer service, but that's a rabbit trail that you're going to be trying to find them, because they're just so, I guess, unique, and it's just hard to really.
Yeah, that's a retail thing. Yeah. They try to forecast how many they're going to sell. Right. And then they place an order for that with the licensing agency, with Elk that we work with them on that. And then it's just random. Yeah. And sometimes it's regional. So, like, they may not send any bears to the southeast. Yeah. Even though we do have them around Boone. Yeah. You might just say, hey, no bears in the southeast, but we have them here. Yeah. So people ask. But it's hard because I'm kind of like you. I'm like, man, I wish we just had the thing and we could sell it and send it to them. Yeah. But your hands are tied. And there's a lot of decisions about product that are made that we don't have anything to do with if we don't do it ourselves.
I had a lady, I think it was her daughter, email me, and she was like, my mom has bought 5 of those Bloodhound mugs, and she wants to know where she can get more, because we have I think she said like 4 bloodhounds or something. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. I was like, but I can't help you. I don't know. I think she was from like Oklahoma too or something like that. And I was just like, said the same thing. You can call them and try and find them, but that's a long rabbit trail that you're going to be down.
And usually the bigger rabbit trail is people want their species or their
breed or whatever.
And man, I mean, I would love to make everybody happy, but I couldn't sketch enough dogs to do that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. So there is it's been a longer road hoe to do it ourselves and to produce the stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
But it kind of is what it is, you know? Like if you're going to be successful, sometimes you got to grit it out and just handle stuff like that. And
I was about to say, you got to roll with the punches, and man, we get punched all the time.
We've had some punches this week.
Yeah. It's like, we feel like Rocky going after or getting beat up by that, whatever the Russian guy's name was.
Yeah.
In the third one. I don't know.
But yeah, and the other thing too is, you know, like we've been dealing with some knockoffs, some copyright infringement stuff. And so we have to deal with that. We have to shut that down.
Yeah.
We've had to do like big business stuff that is sort of non-traditional for most artists to do. We have an annual budget. We have a podcast with all this fancy stuff.
Yeah.
And Austin setting this stuff up. We have a lot of like bigger business things, and I find myself working on that stuff a lot more than just creating new art, which is a balance you've got to figure out as well.
Yeah.
But so the traditional route is the artist just kind of buries himself in a studio and just hammers out new work and cranks it out. And that's great for a lot of people. That just isn't what I've chosen to do so far.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I got to shout out our people constantly being like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen that? Have you seen this? Y'all have been awesome.
Yeah.
Like, because we can't in the initial because they know our names. They know Madison is working for Ryan Kirby. Like they know. So it's like, I can't. I've tried my personal Facebook. I've tried all this other stuff. And it's like, y'all have been awesome being like, hey, they're ripping you off. Yeah. Hey, they're ripping you off. Do you know that this is happening? And so we really appreciate that.
So for the people that aren't familiar with it, what happens is a foreign company will take low-res images from my website. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times what they'll do is they'll just Photoshop our branding off of it and then put it in like some generic home decor scene and then sell it. And they're trying to make you think that it's ours.
Yes.
But what happens is it's a crap product. It's like 12 by 18. You can't read it. You can't and the reason we know this stuff is people complain all the time. People call in and complain like, hey man, I got this product and it sucks. Your partner, you know, Zibidoo.com sold me. And it's like, dude, we don't partner with them.
No,
you got taken, you know? And so what we do is we have to combat that through getting ads taken down, websites taken down, but they're just going to pop up somewhere else. So
they constantly relist them.
Yeah. So people just got to use their brain. If they're not coming to my website and it's a sketchy, scammy looking website and it's like 76% off, 3 remaining, buy today, just don't buy it.
Yeah. You got to practice that. Deny your impulse and just you got to take the time to look too.
Yeah.
Because it's some random. I saw one called heykitty.com and it's like,
hey kitty.
It's like, look, and like that, look, that's a scam. So, and if it's like a foreign, if it's broken English, you have to pay attention to that. And like the random 79%, 48%, like, I know it's the holidays and we're all looking for a deal, but like, and this is just a PSA, public service announcement. Ryan is really particular on who we collab with, who we work with. So if it's a sketchy looking and you're getting poor customer service, you've been scammed.
Yeah.
Like Ryan has such a commitment to quality on his stuff that we would never partner with these people.
No.
So, and they're ramping up all these ads for the holidays. So just be smart, look, pay attention to details, and try and deny that impulse of, I got to get it right now. Like, I know everybody's throwing that at you with all these Black Friday ads, and you just have to really slow down and pay attention.
But because what happens is they impulse buy the thing. It's going to get shipped from overseas, from China. So it's going to take 3 weeks to get here.
Yeah.
They're going to open it. They're going to be pissed at what it looks like because, again, it's not the image. They're stealing an image from our website. That is not what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. So it's not going to look anything like my work. And then they're going to be pissed. Well, then they're going to reach out to customer service. In the meantime, we've shut that website down.
Yeah,
and
it's gone.
There is nobody there. Yeah. So they literally just got taken. And you have a crappy product, you're mad about it, and there's nothing we can do.
Yeah.
So, a lot of it is we do everything we can to shut them down, but you if you buy, there's nothing we can do. It's too late. And that one website you were talking about, I noticed like the homepage was like 20% of all funds are donated to PETA or whatever. Like the Hello Kitty
I didn't
one.
even see that. I didn't click on that. That's funny.
We're definitely not partnering with them.
Yeah.
And also the websites that you go to are like, it has a ton of random crap.
Yeah,
like
they're all like trinkets
everywhere.
Weird stuff.
Anyway, just be on the lookout for that stuff. That's something that, everybody says it's the biggest form of flattery when people copy your work. It doesn't feel like that.
Yeah.
It feels more like a personal deal because, that's the last 5 years of my career that I've poured myself into. But people just got to realize it is what it is, and you just got to be smart and use your head with it.
Yeah. And another announcement, if it doesn't have Ryan's name on it, it's not ours.
Yes,
like
I sign everything.
Ryan puts his name in, even if you don't sign, but like canvases you sign, but you still have that little signature at the bottom too. All of our paper prints you sign and stamp. The custom turkeys are signed and stamped. Like if Ryan doesn't sign it, it's not his.
Yeah, even those mugs and that hoodie.
Yeah, it has Ryan Kirby on it. So if it doesn't say Ryan Kirby on it, it's not ours. It's not his, and you're going to get a crappy piece and a crappy product. And so we're trying to bump up that in our ads. We're trying to bump up that in our videos. Mm-hmm. We're trying to make announcements for people, but just pay attention to that because.
And it sucks too because like that's not why I started.
No.
And there are times too when we're doing a lot of bigger like business things.
Yeah.
I get caught up in things and it's like, man, this is not why I started this. Like I did this because I wanted to contribute to the atmosphere of Hunt Camp. It's like one of the biggest sentences I can say about what I want to do is bringing the outdoors indoors is my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
And that can be an original oil painting. That could be a paper print about the growth and maturity of a whitetail buck. That could be a canvas reproduction. That could be a hoodie. Bringing that outdoors, indoors, and just contributing to the atmosphere of Hunt Camp is why I do it. And I don't do it to screw people. I don't do it to make a quick buck. I don't do it for that. And a lot of times we get caught up. The non-traditional products that we're talking about, the things that we've produced that are outside the normal scope of what an artist does, that's how I like fulfill what I feel like my mission is. And it's definitely not cheap crap produced in China and scamming people,
No.
So
no.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was our soapbox.
That was
you didn't notice.
Well, and we're dealing with it this week. We have a lot going on. We have Black Friday sales going on, and so that quadruples our orders on a daily basis. At the same time, you're trying to look out for current customers and give them the best experience they can, but at the same time, you're trying to warn customers about don't buy this, don't get screwed over here. You're trying to take care of people, which is a really good thing. but the day-to-day of it is messy, you know?
Yeah.
And it's busy, it's hectic. There's a lot of things going on, but the overall mission stays the same. Like we're trying to make people happy with my art.
Yeah.
Is the gist of it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, all of us have been at computers and trying to find things and trying to help. And it's been hard these past 2 days. It's only Tuesday.
Kim and I started this at 10 o'clock on Saturday night.
Yeah, he did.
And did it all day Sunday.
He's like, yeah, we had a date night. And we were like, that's a horrible date. Sitting there reporting knockoffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're just trying to look out for y'all and make sure you get a great gift for Christmas or whatever, like, or your enhancement for your room that you want to put it in or whatever.
What have you been surprised with, Mad Dog, since you came here? And so Madison's background is she came here almost 11 months ago. It was January, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And throughout the year, I was always telling Madison, like, it might be slow in June. I was like, hey, it's not gonna be like this in the fall.
November
so just enjoy
coming.
this while it lasts. But like, when you came to work for an artist, like is there anything that we produced or did differently that surprised you that you didn't know?
I've never worked for like a retail business.
Yeah.
So all of it was new, honestly. I'd done customer service and like, he just broke his pencil. Ryan's so fidgety. Austin told us earlier, watch your hands, stop tapping, and Ryan's over here.
Over there breaking my pencil.
Breaking his pencil. I came from doing video work, but like bigger scale.
Yeah.
So like I did a couple things with the Panthers. I did some stuff with Florida State. So that was like, it was more motivational stuff instead of trying to sell something. Mm-hmm. So that's been a different perspective to take things on. Because I said earlier, I'm a huge people pleaser. So if somebody's like, I don't like this, it kills me. Yeah. It like, or doesn't like that I said this, or doesn't like how I did something, I die inside. I can't stand it. And so I've been really trying to work on that. And as Kim has told me, my hard shell on like trying to get better at having hard conversations or directing people and managing time and things like that has been new. I managed time, and then I worked at a vet clinic. Yeah. And I mean, that stuff was life or death. And so I'd have to tell people like, yeah, your dog died on the table. Or like,
you haven't had to do that yet here.
No. So, but I treat things like that. Ryan's had to be like, it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just know from next time. And so that's just been, I treat things like it just died over there in the corner. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And Cassie's been great and been like my office mom and just been like, this is how we're going to figure it out. This is usually what happens. Or so that it's just been an adjustment. The whole thing has been because I came from all of that, an emergency like kind of situation. And like, so.
Well, and that's a thing too, is when you are trying to push and grow and produce new things. Yeah. There's no roadmap, you know? And there's been a lot of times too, like you guys will ask me, hey, what are we going to do? What are you going to do about this? I was like, I don't know. I've never done this before.
Yeah. This is new to me too.
This is new to me too.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of pushing and growing, is that you are solving new problems. Yeah. Like stuff I've never, I tell Kim all the time, when I go to work, I have to live on the edge of what I know and what I'm comfortable with, and constantly be trying to push and fall forward into what I don't know, because you're not going to grow unless you push past what you already know. Yeah. And that's the nature of what we've done for like 3 years, is every single day I show up and try to do something that we've never done before. Yeah. And it's just like the Wild West. trying to navigate your way. And now it feels like we're on Yellowstone because we're trying to
I feel like we're trying to protect our house.
Taking our house.
Yeah, trying to protect the ranch.
From Shanghai.
Yeah. Lord.
That'd be a great episode of Yellowstone. If
Chinese.
communists came to try to take over Yellowstone, that'd be awesome.
Oh my
I
God.
love that one. But you have to live there. And it's a hard dynamic tension where you're going to work every day completely uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah.
And I've lived there for like 3 years. But if you're going to do anything remarkable, if you're going to launch new products, create new work, do new things that no one's done before, you have to be okay with that. And you have to learn to thrive in it, actually.
Yeah. And that's been hard for me.
It's hard for all of us.
Yeah.
It's not just you. It's hard for everybody.
Yeah.
But at the end of it, you look back and it's like, dang, we did some cool stuff.
Yeah. And Zach said this before he left and moved was, we've done a ton of stuff this year.
Oh, yeah.
We've created a new print. We've started a podcast. We got YouTube monetized. I was hired. Like, we've got some licensing deals. We've got
new printer,
a giant canvas. Printer, and we're printing our own stuff in house. And we made this stuff happen. We haven't just talked about it. And that's why we feel exhausted.
I know. And that's exactly what I told Kim in the kitchen last night. I was like, I'm just tired.
Yeah.
But because we have pushed on all fronts.
Yeah.
I mean, every single thing. And again, it just is what it is. You got to push through that stuff. Yeah. Again, it's like a football analogy.
Yeah.
This is fourth quarter, and we're bloody, and we're tired, and we're sweaty.
It's like, will the game ever end, though?
Well, yeah, it will. It will. But yeah, it is like there's a lot of sports analogies there. Have you ever heard the Jocko Willink Good?
No.
His video Good?
No.
We're gonna watch that after this.
Yeah.
But basically, he's talking about all of his experience in combat and business and all that, and his response to everything is good. You got a problem? Good. Now we got to focus on this. Mm-hmm. You got a problem? We didn't get this equipment. Good. Now we can get better at this. And his response to every challenge is good. And there are multiple times where I've showed up, where I've like drug myself out of bed to go work out when we're in the middle of all this and listen to that because it's the nature of progress is problems and solving new problems and tackling new stuff. So it's what we do. And there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel for sure.
Yeah. What is it on the wall in there that I said that Matthew McConaughey said? Something about something to catch your balance. I don't remember.
That was your quote.
I know. I forgot it. It's something like I don't know, something about your feet can't be steady and to catch your balance. Your feet have to, I don't know. I can't remember. I'm exhausted.
We'll have Austin put it over.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
In post.
I don't know. Matthew McConaughey's cool, though. He's got a great book.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
we've covered a lot this podcast.
I'm ready to go eat. I want my food.
You getting hangry, Mad Dog?
No, I need my banana. I'm like Brooklyn. I want a snack.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go in the cabinet and get a snack.
We'll look back on these years of like really pushing forward and really doing new stuff, and my kids running around here. And it'll be fond memories.
They're
for
like the best part of the day.
I know.
When she comes in here, I'm always like, yes, Brooklyn came in here. I know Kim's always like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, no, can she please stay? I need her childhood naivety and naiveness as I fight the Metalacy.com. I wore my Bucks fighting today because I need to fight.
Oh, that's a cool analogy.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that.
I don't know which one I am, but one of them's the copyright people and I'm the other one.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta go fight today. I need my Fighting Bucks hoodie.
Oh, well that does it for this episode. Again, Black Friday going on right now. We've got 25% off site-wide. That's everything except for originals and our already discounted bundles. So go check those out.
And gift cards.
That is what?
And gift cards.
And gift cards. That's right. But that's our biggest sale of the year. That's our biggest deal, biggest shopping season. We appreciate the support, and check it out at ryankirby.com.
Yep. And watch our YouTube, subscribe.
Yep. Like and subscribe.
Comment.
As Rhett says.
Give us 5 stars.
Appreciate it.